All right, y'all, so this is the tutorial on how to use the annotation tool in Canvas. So if you're working on the first strategy or the first module and you've gotten to the point where you see this assignment, the parts of speech practice, you may need a little bit of help or training on how to use this tool. So the instructions ask us to open the worksheet document and use the text annotation tool. So the good news is that happens for you here in Canvas. But what we do need to look at is how to actually use these tools. Okay, I'm not going to go through the entire worksheet, but I just want to show you some helpful things. So up here at the top are the tools that you can use to work with the document. You may find it helpful to click here on the arrows to go into full screen mode where you can actually see what you're working with. But if I were to read the instructions here to the first section, it tells us to identify each part of speech or the part of speech of the underlined word by typing it out to the side. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to select the text tool, and this is what's going to enable me to type anywhere that I click on the document. I go over here. I'm going to try to get the cursor right above the line where I want to write and click. All right, we took an express train, and in this case it's a noun, so I'll just type noun, and good to go on that one. Whoops, I didn't mean to click there. I'll trash it. Okay, so number 2, a train whistle sounded in the distance. This is the same word, but it's being used as an adjective in this sentence. So I'm going to go ahead and click here, and I'll just write adjective. Yeah, I had to move it out to the side a little bit so they don't overlap over each other. That's okay. Just fit it in there on the line. I will train your dog, same word, but in this case it's being used as a verb. And then I click on the next line. So I'm not going to do all of these for you, obviously, but if you had case to use a highlighter, there's a highlighting tool, like if you want to highlight text, and there will be some assignments in the future where I'll ask you to highlight text. The S with the line through it is a strike through. It shows that we have deleted text, but the text is still there. A strike through shows that it's text to be deleted. This paintbrush over here just draws lines. You can pick the color that you want, but there may be a case where I have a multiple choice section and you're circling the answers, or you could highlight the answers. I'm not concerned at all about which symbol or color or anything that you use to mark an answer. As long as I can determine that you have gotten the answer. The point is not being able to use this annotation tool at an expert level like a teacher would, but to be able to use it to demonstrate that you have learned what you need to learn from the lesson. Okay, so let's assume that I have done this entire 3-page worksheet. Well, let's just answer something in the next section. Okay, so write complete sentences using the underlined words as directed. So we're supposed to use play as a verb. I will play basketball when I leave work. That's not true about today, but it could be. Play is a noun. We saw the play at the theater. I think I somehow missed a W there. And so on. Of course, you can go down through the entire page. Yeah, there are 20 sentences to write, but as you can see, you're using the same word 3 times, just as different parts of speech. When you have completed the work, first of all, I'm going to press the escape key to leave full screen on this. You see, I'm still back in the assignment. What I usually do before I submit this, and I would recommend that you all do this too, is to download the annotated PDF. And it just downloads to your computer. It goes into your download folder. This doesn't mean I've submitted it, but what I've done is I've downloaded a copy for myself. So if something went wrong and the work got lost and the teacher, in this case me, asked about it, then I have a copy of the work that I've already done that I could produce. So it's in your best interest to just go ahead and download a copy of every worksheet that you finish. That way, if something goes wrong in the submission process, you've got a backup copy to submit. But once you've done that, and let's just assume that I have finished this worksheet and that I'm ready to turn it in, all you have to do is click the Submit Assignment button, and you get the confetti, the celebration that your work is done, and at that point you've completed that part of the assignment or that assignment. I have enabled you to do multiple attempts. This is not a test, it's for your own development and learning. So if you wanted to do it multiple times, then I'm not going to stop you from doing that. Obviously when I do some practice tests, and we'll be getting into those a little bit later, I will set it for one attempt only, so that you can just take it once and I can look at your results. But that's how you use the annotation tool to mark up a worksheet or any other kind of document that I put up here on Canvas. It's a pretty straightforward process, but again, not all of us are used to using learning technology. So if it presents some problems, you can message me here on Canvas. You can email me at lanewman@southark.edu. You can call here to the school, and if I'm not in a class or doing something where I'm away, I can answer and kind of walk you through it. But certainly here, when we're at the beginning learning how to use this technology, don't feel bad in the least if you need a little bit of help figuring out how to use it. You may not have the 2 or 3 hours that I spent today learning how to use this to spare. So use me as a resource. I will periodically put some tutorial videos like this into the modules and the streams if I think they're necessary. And if I put them there, then they're necessary. You should watch them. Okay, so I'm going to leave student view and go back to my end of Canvas here. But hopefully that was enlightening and helps you figure out how to annotate documents. Like I said, it's something we'll be using quite a bit. So get comfortable with this, get some practice in. And if you need a little bit of help over the phone or in some kind of Zoom meeting, then we can get that done. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day.